Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna work on this kind of pocket made of used envelopes. This is a letter size envelope that I cut in half and then I decorated in winter theme. So here is one that is closed. What I'm gonna do is just cut it in half and it's an easy pocket, and then most of the time we're gonna spend into the decoration that I was like really into doing something with winter theme. So here we have two pockets, and then I'm gonna use this circle puncher. I do apologize for the echo in the room. It's gonna sound a little bit off, but I'm gonna fix it for the next video. So I'm gonna make the hole in the other one too. For the one that I made a mistake, give me 1 second. I'm gonna come back with the cut. Okay, I cut it with scissors. Sometimes it gets tricky and that's why I go off camera. So to go with this look that I really like, the first step that we're gonna do is just distress the envelope, which is something that I really love doing in all my vintage compositions, and this one is pretty vintage. The stickers that we're gonna be using are featuring winter designs of girls and have very detailed kind of clothes, and so I'm gonna try to give enough contrast to the blue color, and for that I'm adding a little bit in circular movement additional distress, so the piece is gonna pop up. I'm also gonna do the same with the other envelope, so I'm gonna put this in fast camera to put the other envelope and I'll be back. Alright, now that we have the two envelopes distressed, I'm gonna use this stamp to add additional points of reference in our envelope, and so I'm gonna be stamping here and there, not too much. It doesn't really matter to have much ink in there, just random words everywhere, and I'm putting something in the middle too because in my previous envelope I forgot to put something in the middle. It's gonna look good. I'm gonna do the same again and I'll be back. Okay, now we have the two of them. The next step is gonna be putting these beautiful kind of snowflakes, and I'm gonna be using this kind of light blue ink, and I really like this collection of stamps. I have been using that heavily, as you can see. It has been happily used, very well loved, and I'm making these pockets for my 3 pen pals, and that's why I wanted to do 3. I made one first and then I said, yeah, I can probably record the process of making these. And I really like making things for them. They are the sweetest people that I have met in a while, and I really enjoy giving them something that is special, and decorating these in a winter theme was such a treat, and I wanted to share that with you. So I'm putting these stamps all over the envelope. I'm not really leaving in much space white because we're gonna create the contrast with the main piece anyway. And so for the next step, we're gonna be using these die cuts. I put in the table already some that were like kind of longer rather than wider. So I'm gonna be using kind of this light brown and black, not using too much white because the white doesn't create the contrast that I want, like if you see the difference there. And so I'm gonna be choosing 2 pieces, brown and black, for this other piece, and the rest can go. Alright, so the next step is gonna be pasting them in our envelopes, and I'm gonna start here in this piece arranging this way, and so the black is gonna be closer to the figure, And what I do usually to paste this in place, I use this very fine point glue applicator, and then I put that in all the unions that get from the branches, little tiny branches from the leaves, and then of course in the leaves. And then I put that in my envelope, and I usually use these scraps of paper. I had one handy, and I put that on the top, and it pastes perfectly. I do that very often. I love using intricate die cuts, and so having a scrap of paper is very useful. And then I'm gonna put that right on the top. Another thing that I learned is that if you are putting glue, it's very easy to just put that on the top. I'm gonna do that in fast camera here. Right, next step is gonna be a little bit of balance, because we're using a very strong color that is black. So to create some balance, we're gonna put the washi tape, and I'm gonna put a longer strip in the other one. It really doesn't matter how long it is. It just needs to create some contrast. And the good thing of washi tape is that it's made to peel off, so if you do like me right now and you make mistakes, you can just lift it up and put that in place again. Alright, we have the two pieces now. In this other envelope, I use a brown piece, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna use in these other two envelopes, but I'm gonna start by choosing the stickers I'm gonna be using here. I think that the blue has a very cute contrast with kind of the maroon or dark orange or peach color. So I'm gonna choose something in that frame, and then I'm gonna choose also the lady that's gonna go there. So there are so many options here that really most of them are gonna work. I'm just looking for the right contrast into my paper, considering that I have, you know, black and dark brown. I think that that piece is gonna work. And all what is left to do at this point is just pasting the stickers in place. I always kind of like knowing where I'm gonna be pasting them, and so I always measure and make sure that it's straight and if it's close or far away, but I'm just gonna paste it now. Alright, I already pasted in, and the next step for me, I'm gonna take this off camera, but I'm gonna put this with a pencil outline, so it's gonna create some contrast. But again, I'm gonna do this off camera because I need to have the piece closer. Alright, they have an outline, and I'm gonna be using this PET tape to create an additional point of interest in the piece. And I'm cutting kind of the size of my envelope, and I really like creating these shadows with color with pencil, because especially in kind of light color background like this one that we stamped with light blue, kind of creates a separation between the pieces and makes it more clean and balanced piece. Alright, pasting this one over as well. The next step is gonna be adding some sort of brown, just like we did in the other piece. And I decided to use this one that there are some strips where I stamp it just some words. Like in this case, I'm gonna use this one that says vintage, but I have a lot of them here. And then the important part here is that they are straight. So I'm gonna cut it here, and I'm gonna paste it right here. And the other one, I have a very big space right in the middle. Alright, so here we go. I'm pasting that here, and I'm using my applicator just so you can see in the camera. And then I'm pasting this again here. And it looks great. I think it's creating the right contrast. Next up is gonna be like kind of the sentiment. I'm not gonna be using this yellowish or creamy paper. I need something that creates contrast. I have a full drawer in my craft room with this hand stamped and cut sentiments. So I think it's a very cute way to put the stuff in or words on the composition. And I found this other one that is gonna work. So all what it's left to do is just paste in the pieces. And again, I'm gonna hold it with my tweezers so I don't get glue in my hands, and then I will just paste it in place. And I'm gonna put that in the bottom of the die cuts, which looks really cute. I think it's a good place to put the sentiment. And I'm gonna do the same in the other one. Like, unlike other sentiments are just a couple of words, this one is more let's say that it has more words, like. And so I think there is only a couple of things left. This thing is probably the last step, actually. All what is left to do is just put something shiny, because I'm gonna be shipping this. I'm not gonna put like the usual crystals that I put, like those small little tiny things, because they are not allowed me to ship it flat. But this one is gonna do. So I'm using this tool, and I have these hearts that are shiny, and I'm holding them with this tool, and then I put some dots of glue, and then I put that over. And I don't really know how properly use this tool. What I do is just I paste the pieces in the right position, but then I make sure that they are pasted correctly by pushing the pieces with the other side. I'm trying to count here because there are 7 points of glue, and only I pasted up to now only 6. Anyway, I'll push all of the pieces with the other part of this tool, like so, and that is it. Look how shiny they are. I'll do the other envelope and I'll be back. Alright, this is the final look. This is the whole video. I hope that you enjoyed this process as much as I did. If you like it, please consider subscribing. I hope to see you next week again. See you. Bye.